From Mpumalanga, let's take you to the Eastern Cape now, where the South African Human Rights Commission's Eastern Cape office has issued a subpoena compelling the Makana Municipality to appear before it. The legal order comes after repeated attempts to engage the municipality on the escalating crisis of service delivery failures in Makhanda. The commission is using its legal powers to investigate alleged severe violations of residents' constitutional rights to basic water, sanitation, and a healthy environment. We are now joined by the Mayor of Makana, Yandiswa Vara. A very good afternoon to you. Thanks very much for your time. Perhaps we should start with why you had to be subpoenaed, because that then suggests we are not keen participants in a Chapter 9 institution process.
Thank you very much, and greetings to you, Mr. Mfoko. Yes, we were subpoenaed yesterday as the municipality to by the Human Rights Commission in East London. Areas of the reasons for us to be subpoenaed around the issue of water and sanitation, and of course roads infrastructure, which is a second time that we're being subpoenaed by Human Rights Commission following a session that we've had with them last year in September.
Yeah, it would look like the Human Rights Commission, as they would say in South African parlance and gesturing, is up to here with you.
Yeah, yes, that's what they have. That's what they said yesterday, and according to them, they've been receiving a lot of complaints from the community of Makana, in particular on the issue of water. There are still some households that don't have access to water, and apparently they've been writing to the municipality with no luck in getting any response, hence we're subpoenaed. Makana Vuyo is a municipality that is challenged with bulk infrastructure on water, sanitation, and roads. So all that has resulted in some communities to not to have access to water for days. But that is something that we are dealing with, and some issues on sanitation where you'll have sewer spillages almost on a daily basis, and our roads infrastructure is also not in a good state.
So they say, apparently, words you are using which suggest that you do not agree.
Yes, I don't agree with the fact that there is no progress. Remember, we are coming from a state where in Makana would go for weeks, a community without having water. And that has changed. That changed to 1 day or 2 days off and 2 days on. And then subsequently changed also to 1 day without water and 1 day with water. And that has changed still. On the eastern side, we are still rationing water. Unfortunately, provision of water is on a daily basis. But because of the challenges that we have on bulk infrastructure, the issues of spillages, leaks on water, so we are forced to close water in the afternoon or in the evening, so that during the night we can be able to gather enough water that will have more pressure that will take water to all areas. Because if we are to open 24/7 on the eastern side, that will mean the following day the high-lying areas won't be able to get water because of the pressure that will be having, which is as a result of us having water leaks, major leaks, and overnight there will be more because there won't be any. We'll lose more water because there won't be people that will be using water. On the western side, provision is on a daily basis, 24/7. But unfortunately, because of the same bulk infrastructure challenge We still experience major leaks almost every day, leaks that demands us to close water for some areas while sea maintenance is taking place. Then we'll have those areas that will be affected by that maintenance not having water. And in some instances, even though water will be restored, but it will take time for water to get in some areas, in particular the high-lying areas. So those are the challenges that we are faced with. Hence, the Human Rights Commission felt that there are still no changes. There is no progress in Makana in terms of the provision of water. But because we know where we come from in terms of water challenges, then hence we are able to. I'm saying that there is a progress on the provision of water. But yes, unfortunately, because it's solution what we need in Makana to address the issue of water leaks, we need a financial muscle. And currently we have over 300 kilometers of bulk infrastructure that needs to be changed. A bulk infrastructure that is aged, that is causing all these issues. Also still on water, another challenge that we have, it's the shortage of pumps in JK, where JK is still in short of one pump in order for it to operate. A pump has been procured by the municipality. We are expecting it around October, November. JK is meant to have 3 pumps, to work with 3 pumps, and then you will have the 4th one as a spare pump. But currently it is operating with 2 pumps. Then in some areas, issues of water will be emanating from bulk infrastructure. On sewer, of course, sewer infrastructure with the expansion on our JK dam on water, then even the pressure that we're getting from sewer now is more. Still going to the same aged infrastructure. Every now and then, whenever there is water, you are experiencing sewer spillages in each and every corner of Makana. Yes, we do attend to them, but whilst you are still attending this, going to other ones, the ones that we have started with are also going back to square one. So those are the challenges that we're having. Challenges of Makana are challenges of bulk infrastructure over and above having these pump issues, because on the issue of the bulk water, we're not saying we don't have water. We do have water, we do have bulk water, but our problem is reticulation. Now it is to take that water from the main dam to the households.
Yeah, no, I mean, I allowed you to say what everything you've just said, but there's something that still doesn't make sense to me. It is why the Human Rights Commission would, as late as yesterday, or as recently as yesterday, continue to say you've been ignoring their directives and they really do not believe that your work plus your attitudes are actually positive and are helping that community. Why would the Provincial Water Department say they have been trying very hard to assist you, but the ongoing negligence by the municipal leadership is actually frustrating their efforts? Why would they say that the James Kleinans water treatment works upgrades have been delayed for years, completed recently, but because of the leaks, the pump failures and everything you've just mentioned, the situation still hasn't improved? What is it that these two entities would have against you that, notwithstanding the explanation that you've just given, they still believe you are not doing what you are supposed to do, that you are doing the people of that municipality a great disservice?
Okay, thanks, Phil. Let me start with the Department of Water and Sanitation. I don't know what would make them to say that, but
clearly they don't believe what you're saying.
They
clearly don't believe the explanations you've given. We're talking about people who spoke yesterday. I mean, we've been playing this since yesterday. What the Human Rights Commissioners have had to say, what the HOD of Water Affairs in the province has been saying. Why would they say those things if indeed you've given convincing answers? What would they have against you that, in spite of the explanations you've just given, they would still believe you are simply not doing your work?
Okay, the issue with the Human Rights Commission, Vuyo, is that they claim to have been sending us communications issues that we should be responding to, and we have never responded to, of which we are not aware of that, of that communication. So hence they feel that whatever that we are saying we have done has not been done, but they have given us 14 days for us to make another submission on issues that we have reported on with with their EPOEs, of which that's what we are busy with on the side of the Human Rights Commission. With Water Sanitation Department, the issue with them is on the issue of operations and maintenance budget. Makana Municipality is a financially challenged or trapped municipality. So they are not happy with our O&M budget. They want us to stretch the O&M budget so that it can be able to address the issues of maintenance in the municipality. Otherwise, when it comes to JK, James Glen Hans is not a project that is being implemented by the municipality. It's a project that is implemented by the department through Amadola Water. So whatever that has to do with JK, it is not ours. It's the department's having the implementing agent that is Amadola.
But I mean, water, truth be told, is not the only problem that you are having. Apparently, you haven't done anything with regards to housing over the past, 13 years?
Yes, we haven't done anything about housing simply because of the bulk infrastructure. You cannot continue with housing development whilst you are challenged on the bulk infrastructure. You don't have a bulk infrastructure on water and also sanitation. When it comes to wastewater treatment works, we have 2 wastewater treatment works. And those 2 wastewater treatment works, the other one in Mayfield is not operational and it has been vandalized. The second one that we are relying on is the one that currently Department of Sanitation is working on, is doing an upgrade on. But the upgrades that they are doing, they are not extending the capacity. Instead, now it is functional because it was not functional. So up until you address the issues of bulk infrastructure, then you can't you can't continue with any housing development, because the same houses that you'll be developing are the same houses that will need the same bulk infrastructure that is not enough for the current households that are existing in Makana. So now when we are bringing new households, you still have the problem of bulk infrastructure. That's the reason why there hasn't been any housing development in Makana.
But what have you done then about these problems beyond complaining about them?
On the issue of, as I'm saying, that when it comes to wastewater treatment works, there is work that is happening in Belmont, and we have written so many submissions requesting financial support, so that they can be upgrading that is happening in Mayfield. Unfortunately, as the municipality, we don't have financial muscle to attend to these cases. What we can do, or what we're able to do, is to do the minor maintenance or issues that needs to be done. On water, what we have been busy with was to isolate valves, so that when there are any major leaks in a certain area, they don't take the whole side of the eastern side, but they will take a few areas, few streets that will be affected. So we have been doing that, and honestly, currently, now if there is a major leak, not all the area is being closed. We close it off. It's only 1 or 2 streets that will be affected. So that's what we have been trying to do. And also a replacement of asbestos pipe on wastewater treatment works and water has been happening for the past 2-3 years. We are now on phase 3. So those are the projects that we are currently busy with. However, having this backlog on these issues of bulk infrastructure, those projects, they seem to be just a drop in the ocean because of the challenges that we are having and the backlog that we are having on the bulk infrastructure.
The Mayor of Makana, Yandiswa Vara, explaining their problems on the back, of course, of the Human Rights Commission and the Department of Water in that province, saying they just have an appalling record and they have been ignoring both the directives of the Human Rights Commission, as well as they've been negligent, the leadership that is with respect to the help that they have been receiving from that provincial government departments, trying to get them to deliver for the people of Makhanda what they are supposed to deliver on with respect to water and sanitation.